What's up, guys, and welcome back to my channel after a 2-year hiatus. It's been a long time. If you don't know who I am, my name is Devontae Kelly, and I am entering my 6th year teaching 1st grade. And if you don't know, we are here today to do our classroom setup. Now, before I get started, I do kind of want to show you where I'm starting at. So, left in May, they've taken out furniture, waxed the floor, brought the furniture back in, and now here it is July 10th, and we are here to set up the classroom. Now, I am going to turn you around to kind of look at what our blank slate is, and then we'll get into what we'll be trying to do today. All right, so from my back door, here's where we're starting. Just things in the middle of the room, and we're gonna try to get it together. Okay, so I do have 3 goals that I wanna get through today. I probably won't get through all 3, but I do wanna at least try and attempt to start them off, so that way I feel like I've done something. So the first one is going to be setting up all the big furniture and moving it into its spot. Now, this I do anticipate to be a little bit longer than I'm used to, simply because in years past, I've pre-planned how I want the year to go. So usually around like March, April of the previous year, I'd be thinking of things that worked that year, things that didn't work that year, things that I want to change, in how I want the next school year to go. Now, this past year, I didn't do any of that. And that's why I think this time is going to be a little bit harder for me, because I haven't thought about what I want this classroom to be like. I haven't thought about where I want things to be. I haven't thought about the flow of the classroom, how transitions will work in the classroom. And so I'll kind of be winging it and working on it as I go. And that might present some hiccups along the way, but no big deal. Second thing I want to do, and it has nothing to do with setting up the classroom, but it is very simple. So you guys know, if you've seen previous videos of mine, that whenever I laminate posters and things of that sort, that I take them outside and I spray them with a clear matte spray. I do that because it reduces the glare in the classroom. We all know how fluorescent lights in the classroom work. They are terrible on the eyes. They are even worse on things that are laminated. And using a clear matte spray really helps with the glare on posters. And that way, the little kids, when they're looking up at the posters, they don't see a big glare. They see what we want them to see. And so I have a lot of things I've laminated over the summer that I do want to spray down. And so that's my second thing that I want to do. And I went to Walmart, got some more matte spray, because I really wasn't sure how much I had left in my closet. And there's also no telling how old that stuff is. And then the third thing that I want to do is I want to start putting things up on the wall. So there are some things that I did leave up, like our alphabet poster right here, our birthday chart. I have our numbers posters up above me. Those things I left up, but there are some other things that I do want to put up that I hope to start, like things on bulletin boards and things like that. Like I said, I don't plan on getting all of this stuff done today, but I do want to at least start all 3. So that way I feel like I've got something. So I have a couple of things that I need to get out of my car. I'm gonna stop right now, get those things, bring them in, and then we'll get started. Okay, so I've really only been moving things for about 30 minutes, but I really think that I want to start out this year kind of like how I started out last year. So last year I had my carpet at the front. I had my two library bookshelves kind of like as a divider between our carpet area, and then their tables are all back here. There were 3 against the wall coming out vertically, and there were 2 horizontally, kind of where this big ugly square is. I think that's what I want to do again. I really liked it last year. I think that I'll like it again this year. And setting up, that's kind of like just where my mind is going anyway. So I think that's what I'm gonna just end up doing. So we will go ahead and set that up, and then I'll see if I like it or not. And if I do, it'll stay. If I don't, then I'll just be back at square one. All right, guys. So I've been here for about 2 hours. I have 1 hour left until I need to leave. But I got just about everything where I kind of want it. It is very reminiscent of how I started the classroom last year. I'm going to pan you guys around and just kind of let you see what I've started with so far. I might move a couple of things here or there. There's like a bookshelf that I'm just not liking where it is right now. I just don't know exactly where I want to put it. But other than that, I think majority of the stuff is going to stay. So let me turn you guys around and show you what it looks like. All right, so here's a view looking from my countertop sink area. So here's the front of the room. Here's our carpet. That's my area. There's my teacher table, my kidney table. Up front right here is where we're going to have our center bins for small groups. And then in these 4 will be where our morning tubs will be. This is the shelf that I was talking about that I don't like at the moment. I'm not really sure where to put it. We'll see if it ends up staying there. If it does stay there, what I'm going to do is I have some like wood looking vinyl that I put on the back of these bookshelves. If this stays right there, I'm gonna do the same for it just because that back is driving me insane right now. Right here is where we have our supply boxes. Up top is our not finished bin. When I'm done cleaning all of this stuff off, that will go over here. Speaking of this stuff, all of this is stuff that goes in my back closet. We were told at the end of the year that we need to have everything off of the closet floor because they'll be cleaning it. But then when I got here and opened up the closet, it was not clean. So took all this stuff out for no reason, but it's whatever. I'm gonna take all this stuff in a minute and put it in my closet. So whole group area, carpet area. Right here are the library bookshelves that I was talking about and how it kind of divides the class into like our whole group area. And then back here is where we have our tables. You'll notice right here at every table, there's like a little hook, and that's where they will hang their pencil pouches. If you know me, you know that I am very big on being clean at your table. I do not like having desks because they just throw stuff in them. So I decided to turn you guys around. So I don't like desks because of the little space in there. They just throw all types of stuff in there. Food, wrappers, papers, books. I mean, it's just a mess. I don't want to handle all of that, so I just removed it from my situation so I don't have to worry about it. We have tables. We use the hooks for their pencil pouches that has their pencils, their scissors, their glue, their crayons, everything they need. We do have book boxes that are around the room that have like workbooks and things like that in there. One year I did have little, I forget what they're called, but they're the little things that go on the chair, and it's like a chair bag, whatever. I literally cannot think of what it's called right now, but I had that one year and it was okay, but I think I like the book boxes a little bit more. Like I said, I'm done moving a lot of the big stuff. I think this is where majority of the things are going to stay. So now I'm going to move on to number 2 on my list, which is spraying my posters with the matte clear spray. And I'm going to show you guys how I do that now. All right, guys. So the first thing that I do is I grab a cardboard box and I will cut it to make it lie down flat. And then I'll grab my laminated sheets and my painter's tape. What I do is I just take about 2 pieces of tape per laminating sheet. I put one on each side just to make sure that if it's a little bit windy outside, it doesn't fly off anywhere. And I'll just lay down as many laminated sheets as I can fit on the cardboard box. And then once I do that, I take it outside, make sure to lie it down flat, grab my clear matte spray, and I just go to town on that bad boy and just spraying it down. Now, I usually only have to go through 1 coat. I've never had to spray it more than once. And then after that, I just leave it outside for at least 20 minutes and it's all good to go. Now here I had some extra laminated sheets that did not fit on that first cardboard box. So while the first set was drying, I just took another box, cut it, put the rest of my laminated sheets on, and I'm doing the same thing. I'm gonna make sure it's laid down flat. I'm gonna spray it, and then I'll just leave it outside for about 20 minutes. You can leave it out longer if you need to. I just always try to make it 20 minutes, that way I don't forget that it's outside. Once it's done drying, I take it, I take off the tape, and then I cut everything out. All right, guys, so I was able to finish doing the clear matte spray on all of my laminated things. Here's what it looks like now that I sprayed it on there. As you can see, it's not as glary. It still has a little bit on there, but you can still read what it says. I was not able to put anything up on the walls. I ran out of time, but that's no big deal because I still have other days and other times I can do that. So if you want to see what that looks like, you have to wait until the next video. Until next time, hope you guys have a great rest of your summer, and I will see you in the next one.